Hello students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome to my channel. This is a very important class on Indian English Literature part 21 and today we will talk about Mahesh Dattani. But before starting, I want to give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Brishti Mukherjee. I have qualified NTA UGC NET exam in English Literature 4 times and have also qualified West Bengal SET examination. I have 3 years of teaching experience. Moreover, I have also taught in NPTEL online course from IIT Madras 3 times. So that is all about myself. This is the link of my Telegram channel. The link is also given in the description box. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. And also please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel so that many more new learners can join. Good evening, Papdi. Welcome. These are the timings of your classes Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. Saturday, Sunday off. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification. Okay, so let's start. We have already done so many important writers from Indian English literature. So today we will talk about another important dramatist that is Mahesh Dattani. Mahesh Dattani's timeline 1958 to present. First of all, we will look at his biographical details and then we will move on to his major plays. तो चलो start करते हैं. First of all, his biographical details. Mahesh Dattani was born on 7th August 1958 in Bangalore. He studied at Baldwin Boys High School. He later studied at St. Joseph's College, Bangalore. This is very important. He was the first Indian English playwright to win Sahitya Akademi Award. As we all know that R.K. Narayan was the first Indian English novelist to win Sahitya Akademi Award. So, good evening, Kinkini. Yes, I'm fine. How are you? Good evening, Elena. Welcome. So, R.K. Narayan won Sahitya Akademi Award for the first time as an Indian novelist. So, similarly, Dattani also won Sahitya Akademi Award as the first Indian English playwright. And he was greatly inspired by Edward Albee's play, Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf? ये एक बहुत ही famous play है, आप सब जानते हो, the famous absurd play. So Dattani was greatly inspired by that play, Who is Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Now, Dattani completed his PG in Marketing and Advertising Management. He wanted to become a copywriter. He was also an actor. He first acted in the play Surya Shikhar, directed by Utpal Dutt. So this is an interesting information, and he was greatly inspired by the American playwrights like Arthur Miller and Tennessee Williams. ठीक है, तो ये कुछ बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन है उनके बायोग्राफी से रिलेटेड. And this often comes in the question that a theater group called Playpen was created by Mahesh Dattani. ठीक है, तो we all know another famous theater group that is Shatabdi by Badal Sarkar, another Indian playwright. तो महेश दत्तानी का भी एक theater group था जिसका नाम है Playpen. Playpen. He wrote stage plays, radio plays and screenplays also. He was also a film director. ठीक है, तो ये बात है about his biographical details. Now we will directly move on to his major plays. First important play, Where There Is a Will, published in 1988. So the title reminds us the famous proverb, Where there is will, there is a way. Right? तो उसी से title बना है Where There Is a Will, published in 1988. तो इसका जो main character है उसका नाम है हसमुख मेहता. Hasmukh Mehta is the main protagonist, but very interestingly, the protagonist is already dead at the beginning of the play, and he appears as a ghost watching his family. ठीक है, तो नेम भी बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, हसमुख मेहता, the person who is always in a smiling face, right? So he is already dead, and as a ghost, he comes to watch the condition of his family. तो वो क्या देख रहे हैं, वो देख रहे हैं कि द फैमिली मेंबर्स आर ऑल बिजी विथ हिज नहीं होगा विथ देयर ओन लाइव्स. ठीक है, तो मतलब जो उसके डेथ का जो इम्पैक्ट है जो सैडनेस होना चाहिए था फैमिली में वो तो नहीं है. द फैमिली मेंबर्स दे आर ऑल ट्राइंग टू इंटरप्रेट इट इन देयर ओन वे, देयर ओन प्रॉब्लम्स लेकर सब बैठे. तो वो क्या देख रहा है, हसमुख मेहता देख रहे हैं, हिज सन अजित is complaining to his friend that his father has not given him 5 lakh to modernize his factory. तो पापा का देहांत हो गया, इससे कोई दुख नहीं है, बस वो अपने दोस्त को कह रहा है कि मुझे 5 लाख रुपए नहीं मिला फॉर द मॉडर्नाइजेशन ऑफ माय फैक्ट्री, सो माय फादर वाज अ माइजर. इस टाइप से वो क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे. His father taunted him again and again as a worthless fellow, and now Ajit is exposing the selfish nature of his father. So now he is blaming his father for not supporting him in his journey as a factory worker. Another character, Sonal. Sonal is the wife of Hasmukh and Preeti is the wife of Ajit. So both of them are busy in cooking and household jobs. They are not thinking of the sadness of the passing away of the main member of the family. Rather, Sonal comments on the irony of his husband's name, that is Hasmukh, a smiling face but who never smiles. ठीक है, तो सभी उनके बारे में क्रिटिसाइज कर रहे हैं. तो ये देखो अक्सर होता है कि आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ सम नियर एंड डियर वंस, फॉर अ फ्यू डेज वी फील सैड, वी feel we memorize all the important memories, the beautiful memories spent with that person, but after a few days, after a few months, we often forget that. एंड उस टाइम में हम जनरली उस पर्सन को क्रिटिसाइज करने लगते हैं कि उन्होंने ये नहीं किया, वो नहीं किया, वो बहुत जल्दी चला गया, उसको ये भी करना चाहिए था, ही नेवर थॉट दिस थिंग्स. तो अगर वो गया है तो अच्छी बात है. So we often forget the contribution of that member in our family or in our life, and often we are busy in satirizing. Yes. So good evening, Shushmita. Welcome. तो सोनल भी देखो, उसके हस्बैंड का डेथ हो गया है, बट अभी वो उसके नाम को लेकर मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं कि हिज नेम सीम्स टू बी अ स्माइलिंग फेस बट ही नेवर स्माइल्स. ठीक है. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट क्या है, अनदर पर्सन अपीयर्स जिसका नाम है किरण. किरण इज एक्चुअली द मिस्ट्रेस ऑफ हसमुख मेहता एंड शी कॉम्प्लिकेट्स द होल सीन. Preeti is brutally treated by Ajit when she makes an orange halwa for her diabetic husband. तो gradually family में क्या हो रहा है, वही सेम बात कि things fall apart, the center cannot hold. So the center is missing now, and the whole family members, they are busy in fighting with themselves over those petty issues. Everybody is fighting over his will. प्रॉपर्टी को लेकर सब लोग आपस में लड़ रहे हैं. जो विल हसमुख ने किया था उसके आधार पर सब लड़ रहे हैं. नाउ किरण सडनली अपीयर्स एंड शी क्लेम्स द होल प्रॉपर्टी एज द मिस्ट्रेस ऑफ हसमुख. अजित रिवोल्ट्स अगेंस्ट दैट एंड फाइनली एस्टैब्लिशेस हिज विक्ट्री. ठीक है, अजित ऑटोमेटिकली प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं. तो इससे फैमिली क्या हो जाते हैं, फैमिली डिवाइडेड हो जाते हैं. सो वेयर देयर इज अ विल, द टाइटल इज आल्सो आयरॉनिकल. Here will may also mean willpower. At the same time, will can also mean the legal will, the legal document. So where there is a will, जब will होता है किसी के हाथ में, तो प्रॉपर्टी से रिलेटेड फाइटिंग ये चलता ही रहता है. And if you consider it, will is equal to wish, where there is a wish, तो उससे ये भी बात है कि अगर आपके मन में ये विश है कि you can remain united within a single family, you can live honestly with the memory of some other people, so you can do that. So the main thing is your mindset, your own wish. तो दोनों ही चीजें छुपा हुआ है टाइटल में. इट इज वेरी आयरॉनिकल एंड डबल मीनिंग टाइटल. ठीक है, तो ये है उनके फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले वेयर देयर इज अ विल. नेक्स्ट प्ले में आते हैं, दैट इज डांस लाइक अ मैन, पब्लिश्ड इन 1989. दिस इज ऑल्सो अनदर वेरी ब्यूटीफुल प्ले. डांस लाइक अ मैन पब्लिश्ड इन 1989. तो इसमें जो मेन प्रोटैगनिस्ट है जयराज एंड रत्ना. Jayraj and Ratna, they are husband wives. They both are passionate about dancing and want to pursue a career in dance. ठीक है, डांसिंग में सबको बहुत इंटरेस्ट है. बट जयराज's father Amrit Lal is a reformer and he is very conservative man, so he thinks that dance is the profession of prostitutes. The same belief was very common among all the other एंशियंट इंडियन मतलब जो ओल्ड इंडियन वीमेन कैरेक्टर्स है स्पेसिफिकली. जैसे आप इमेजिन करो द कैरेक्टर ऑफ राजू's मदर इन द गाइड. So when Raju brings Rosie Nolini inside his house, then Raju's mother protests that Rosie is a dancer and she's like a prostitute. She may ruin Raju's life. So you should not trust those temple dancers, bar dancers. ठीक है. तो उस टाइम में डांसिंग को माना जाता था कि इट इज द प्रोफेशन ऑफ प्रोस्टिट्यूट्स. So Amritlal is not in favor of their dancing, their passion for dancing. Rather, he prevents both of them to learn it. It will seriously hamper his reputation. As a reformer, Amritlal का reputation को ये hamper करेगा कि उनके son and daughter-in-law both are engaged in dancing. Yes, it also hints that dance is a feminine quality. Absolutely. It is also a feminine thing, so he prevents Jayraj to become a dancer. ठीक है, ये देखो थोड़ा सा आज भी है कि मेल पर्सन को डांस करना और फीमेल्स को डांस करना हम जनरली प्रेफर करते हैं द डांसिंग ऑफ फीमेल्स, राइट. Ratna visits an old Devdasi in a brothel to learn steps of Bharatanatyam, but Ratna is very much ambitious. तो रत्ना भरतनाट्यम सीखने के लिए जाते हैं टू द ओल्ड देवदासी. Amritlal disowns both of them from his property and gets them out from the house. Now, after that, they move to Ratna's uncle's house but return back as the uncle is more hypocrite. तो अंकल के घर में भी उनको कोई सपोर्ट नहीं किया as to pursue a career in dance. Amritlal tells Ratna that if she successfully pulls out her husband from that passion, he will allow to stay both of them. He has no objection for Ratna. Yes, that is why Amritlal Parekh. Absolutely. Good evening, Stravani. Welcome. Yes, so what Papdi has said, absolutely right. Dance is a feminine quality. It is a feminine profession. तो वही बात देखो अमृतलाल कह रहे हैं कि रत्ना, आई हैव नो ऑब्जेक्शन for your dancing, but you should take out your husband from that particular passion. Jayraj को डांस नहीं करना है, तुम डांस करो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बट अगर तुम जायराज को इससे बाहर ले आ सकते हो, then I will allow you or both of you to stay in my house. She agrees to his proposal as a selfish wife. Ratna agrees. She is so much blinded by her passion that she is ready to sacrifice her husband's dream. ठीक है, तो अब देखो क्या है कि रत्ना is a very selfish and meticulous woman. She marries Jayraj only because he is a dancer and will never stop her dancing. इसी कारण से वो जयराज को मैरी किया था ताकि जयराज उनके डांसिंग करियर में कभी भी कोई ऑब्जेक्शन क्रिएट ना करे. She also wants her daughter Lata to become a successful dancer. Jayraj realizes that she marries him only to become a successful dancer, and Ratna is not at all bothered about Jayraj's career. Her son is given too much sleeping pills so that he stops crying, but he finally dies. तो अब रत्ना क्या कर रहे हैं, to focus more on dancing, Ratna kills her baby. ठीक है, तो रत्ना क्या कर रहे हैं, वो अपने बच्चों को बहुत ज्यादा स्लीपिंग पिल खिला देता है ताकि वो बहुत देर तक सोए रहे. But as a result of that, the baby dies, and Jayraj becomes furious. He blames her ambition for everything. Finally, he also gets depressed and dies. ठीक है, तो yes, absolutely right, Bobby. Absolutely, they are considered as effeminate. Yes, Jyoti, good evening. Happy Holi in advance to all of you. So he gets depressed and dies also. So this is about Dance Like a Man. It's a very beautiful play, obviously talking about the patriarchal stereotypes and how Jayraj's career has been destroyed. तो ये जो पैशन है, पैशन फॉर डांसिंग, ये एक पर्सन को कितनी दूर तक ले जा सकते हैं, इसी का स्टोरी है डांस लाइक अ मैन. ओके, नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले पर हम आते हैं, दैट इज तारा, published in 1990. It is another very beautiful play. So Tara, the is the name of the protagonist, and basically Tara and Chandan, they are conjoined twins. ठीक है, तो दोनों एक साथ जन्मा था, and they are conjoined, their bodies are conjoined together. So the doctors give the advice that they must be separated through operation for survival. दोनों को अलग करना. Now what happens, their legs are joined together. Tara's one leg and Chandan's one leg are joined together. तो अब ऑपरेशन कैसे किया गया, ऑपरेशन ऐसे किया गया सो दैट चंदन गेट्स द लेग एंड तारा विल बी क्रिपल्ड, ओनली बिकॉज तारा इज अ गर्ल चाइल्ड एंड चंदन इज अ बॉय. तो तारा's leg will be given to चंदन. तो सर्जरी ऐसे किया गया ताकि तारा के साथ जो एक लेग जुड़ा हुआ है, तारा का एक लेग कट जाए एंड वही सेम लेग चंदन को मिल जाए, ताकि तारा विल बी Tara will become as a deformed child, as a deformed girl, but Chandan will be able to survive properly. Chandan is more preferred by the family than Tara. Um, yes, absolutely right, Papri. So passion is also discriminated on the basis of gender. Men should learn martial arts and women should learn dancing, singing, soft जो arts है. Absolutely. तो यहाँ पर भी देखो अगेन पैट्रियार्कल सोसाइटी का एक चीज है कि गर्ल चाइल्ड्स आर नॉट girl children are not accepted in the society. They are considered as the burden on their family. So here also Tara will be crippled, तो इसके लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, but Chandan must be born in a proper way. Now Bharati, Tara's mother, is anxious about her because she is a deformed girl. She thinks that the world will not accept her in this way. Okay. Now what happens after that operation, Chandan grows up with all the privileges, with all the benefits of the family, but Tara has got nothing, though she is more talented than her brother. ये अक्सर होता है फैमिली में कि द गर्ल चाइल्ड मे बी शी इज मोर टैलेंटेड, शी इज मोर क्वालिफाइड, लेकिन उसको कम इंपॉर्टेंस दिया जाता है रादर देन द बॉय चाइल्ड. तो her father Patel is not interested in her education. Tara's education के ऊपर उनका फोकस नहीं था because Tara is a girl child, but yes, Tara is more talented than Chandan, but Chandan is mostly prioritized in the family. He is pampered and Tara is neglected. So finally Tara dies. Tara की डेथ से प्ले एंड होता है. So this is about the play Tara. Very heart touching play and very beautifully written by Mahesh Dattani. Again a play which talks about the gender stereotype. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट प्ले पर हम आते हैं, दैट इज फाइनल सॉल्यूशंस, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले टॉकिंग अबाउट कम्युनल हेट्रेड, very beautifully written and also very relevant in today's world. So final solutions published in 1993. तो इसमें जो मेन कैरेक्टर है, द मेन नरेटर, दैट इज दक्षा और हार्दिका. So the names are changed. Actually, Daksha is the younger version of Hardika and Hardika is the older version of Daksha. So she is the main protagonist. Daksha is a newly married girl writing her diary on 31st March 1948. Dear diary, इस टाइप से प्ले स्टार्ट होता है. Yes, absolutely right, Papri. It is still happening in our country. तो दक्षा क्या करे, दक्षा क्रिटिसाइजेस एंड मेक्स फन ऑफ हर इन लॉज. गजू एंड वाग वो कहते हैं अपने मतलब फादर इन लॉ एंड मदर इन लॉ को. तो दक्षा एज अ यंग ब्राइड शी इज मेकिंग फन ऑफ हर मदर एंड फादर इन लॉज. She is not independent, she is confined within the four walls of home and she has to do all such household jobs. But again, she is a big fan of the singer Noor Jahan and she wants to become a singer like her. ये भी बात है कि women passion, the passion of a bride in a family, it is never prioritized, it is always neglected. तो अब दक्षा हैज बिकम अ ब्राइड, तो उनके मन में ये ख्वाहिश था टू बिकम अ सिंगर लाइक नूरजहान. नाउ दैट अगेन इज नॉट सपोर्टेड बाय द फैमिली. शी कैनॉट फुलफिल हर डिजायर ड्यू टू फैमिली रेस्ट्रिक्शंस. ठीक है. Now she becomes a good friend of a Muslim girl called Zareen, who is also a great fan of Noor Jahan. अब उस टाइम में कास्टिज्म, रिलीजियस बैरियर्स बहुत था, जो कम्युनल हेट्रेड की बात कर रहे हैं दत्तानी इन दिस प्ले। तो इसमें जरीन के साथ उसका जो दोस्ती था दक्षा का, दक्षा इज अ हिंदू गर्ल एंड जरीन इज अ मुस्लिम गर्ल, सो दैट फ्रेंडशिप इज ऑल्सो नॉट सपोर्टेड बाय द फैमिली. Now Daksha is much old and there is a communal riot happening in their country. It is the play is set in the context of the demolition of Babri Masjid. तो एक कम्युनल रायट की बात वो करे, जब वो इस डायरी को लिख रहा है तो एक कम्युनल रायट चल रहा है. वो रायट क्या है कि an idol of Hindu god is broken during the Rath Yatra. The priest is stabbed to death and Muslims are suspected as culprits. तो ऑटोमेटिकली हिंदूज के ऊपर जो मतलब टॉर्चर्स होते हैं, तो हम बिना किसी जांच पड़ताल के सोच लेते हैं कि ये मुस्लिम्स का काम. तो एट दैट टाइम ऑफ पार्टीशन, एट द टाइम ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस, जो राइट्स चल रहा था, द हिंदू आइडल ऑफ the Hindu idol of Sri Krishna, it was broken, and automatically it was believed that Muslims were the main culprits. Now another character appears, her granddaughter, Hardika's granddaughter, Smita. During that communal riot, Smita comes to know that her friend Tasneem's hostel has been bombed. Smita feels very anxious. तो जो riots चल रहे हैं, मुस्लिम गर्ल का हॉस्टल, तस्नीम का हॉस्टल, बॉम्ब के किसी ने उसके ऊपर बॉम्ब फेंक दिया. ठीक है. So Smita is very much afraid. Smita is constantly trying to contact with Tasneem. Smita is a very modern girl. She has no barriers of casteism. Now during that riot, two Muslim boys, Bobby and Javed, are chased by the mob and they plead Ramnik Gandhi, Smita's father, to give them shelter. Yes, absolutely, Bob. So the title is ambiguous. Yes, there is no solution at all this of this communal problem in India. Yes, that is why there is no final solutions given at the end of the play. So the two Muslim boys, Bobby and Javed, they are pleading Ramnik to give them shelter. Now Ramnik is another hypocrite person. Ramnik तो बाहर दिखाते हैं कि वो बहुत लिबरल है. He has no he does not know to make difference between Hindus and Muslims. All are human beings. But inherently, Ramnik is always trying to assert his superiority over the Muslim boys. तो दे आर माइनॉरिटी एंड वी आर मेजोरिटी, ये रामनिक अपनी हर बात में साबित करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, दो इनडायरेक्ट. The mob threatens Ramnik to let loose the boys, but he refuses. पहले तो वो बहुत ही एक सेवियर बन जाते हैं कि नहीं, मैं इन दोनों को नहीं बाहर भेजूंगा, because they are my guests and they are in danger, so I cannot throw them out. Now while talking, he learns that Javed is a school dropout. Javed ने school pass नहीं किया. Then Smita reveals their true identity, that Javed is Tasneem's brother and Bobby is Tasneem's lover. Bobby says that he comes here in search of a job. ठीक है. तो बातों बातों में ये बात रिवील होता है कि जावेद इज हायर्ड बाय द टेररिस्ट एंड thus he is expelled from his family. Javed is very hot tempered, but Bobby reveals how he is abused by a Hindu after touching a letter. तो जावेद इतना वायलेंट कैसे हो गया, इसके पीछे का स्टोरी बॉबी बता रहे हैं कि एक लेटर को लेकर एक बड़ा सा हादसा हो गया था विद जावेद. जावेद हैज मिस्टेकनली टच्ड अ लेटर विच इज फॉर अ हिंदू, एंड वो हिंदू ने उस बहुत ही बुरे तरीके से उनके साथ बिहेव किया कि यू आर अ मुस्लिम, हाउ डेयर यू टू टच माय लेटर. तो जहां पर लेटर रखा गया था वहां पर उन्होंने गंगा जल छिड़ा दिया, जो गेट जावेद ने पकड़ा था उसको पोंछ दिया अच्छे से. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स ब्रिंग समथिंग इनटू जावेद्स माइंड दैट आई एम एन अनटचेबल. तो इसी के कारण हिंदूज के ऊपर, मेजोरिटी के ऊपर उनका बहुत बड़ा एक रेजिस्टेंस है. ठीक है, वो पसंद नहीं करते. दैट इज वाई जावेद इज वेरी रफ एंड टफ इन हिज बिहेवियर. So it is talking about that. Now Smita goes with them to bring puja water. Smita is very open-minded. So Bobby touches the idol of Lord Krishna and Aruna, Smita's mother, is almost fainted. Finally, Hardika reveals that how she was beaten by her husband after visiting Zareen's house and how his father destroys Zareen's father's shop. The same thing is continuing till now. Hardika is saying, and there is no particular solutions given at the end of the play. So it is the most important play of Dattani and very beautifully written. चलो नेक्स्ट प्ले पे हम आते हैं 30 days in September. Very popular nursery rhyme, right? 30 days in September, April, June and November. तो 2001 में ये पब्लिश हुआ था 30 days in September. तो इसमें जो मेन कैरेक्टर है, हाँ, इसमें जो मेन कैरेक्टर है उसका नाम है माला खात्री, अ फीमेल कैरेक्टर. So she is narrating her life story in flashback, basically her abusive childhood, her traumatic childhood. तो कैसे ट्रोमैटिक था? शी वॉज फर्स्ट रेप्ड बाय हर अंकल व्हेन शी वॉज जस्ट 6. ठीक है, एंड शी वॉज कंटिन्यू टू बी रेप्ड बाय द सेम पर्सन अंटिल शी रीचेस एडोलसेंस. हर मदर शांता इज ऑल्सो द विक्टिम ऑफ सेक्सुअल अब्यूज. शांता इज also raped by her brother Vinay, and she knows that he also rapes her daughter, but she never tries anything to protect her. So again, submission to patriarchal society, that they have the license to enjoy female body in every possible way. So her mother knows that her daughter is going to be molested, but her mother does not protest. She tolerates the crime and also destroys the life of Mala also. So Mala is narrating the story of traumatic childhood, and as a result of that, she loses faith over all people, over humanity in general. Okay. Okay. Next important play, next and last important play is On a Muggy Night in Mumbai, published in 1998. ठीक है, तो इस प्ले में क्या है? इट स्टार्ट्स विद अ कन्वर्सेशन बिटवीन कमलेश एंड अ गर्ल. ठीक है, तो और भी कैरेक्टर्स आते हैं, प्रकाश एंड किरण. किरण इज रोमांटिकली अटैच्ड विद प्रकाश. Then Deepali arrives and confesses her love for Kamalesh. Kamalesh reveals that he has homosexual relationship with Prakash, and finally, as a result of that, the marriage between Prakash and Kiran it breaks. ठीक है, तो ये उतना इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले नहीं है, बट थोड़ा बहुत आपको ध्यान रखना है फॉर द कैरेक्टर्स. ऑन अ मगी नाइट इन मुंबई. तो दीज आर द मेजर प्लेस ऑफ दत्तानी. और भी उनके कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेस है, जैसे ब्रेवली फॉट द क्वीन, पब्लिश्ड इन 1991. सेवन सर्कल्स अराउंड द फायर, ये याद रखना, दिस इज अ रेडियो प्ले पब्लिश्ड इन 1998. द मर्डर दैट नेवर वाज 2000. एंड ये भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट प्ले है, ब्रीफ कैंडल, पब्लिश्ड इन 2009. इट इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द लाइफस्टाइल ऑफ द कैंसर पेशेंट्स. ठीक है, एंड द पेशेंट्स, दे आर गोइंग टू स्टेज अ प्ले नेम्ड होटल, दे आर गोइंग टू स्टेज अ प्ले होटल स्टे लॉन्गर. तो इसके ऊपर ये प्ले है, ऑन द लाइफ्स ऑफ द कैंसर पेशेंट्स. ठीक है, so these are the other major plays of Dattani. Okay, so I have summed up the important plays of Dattani. He is really a very important writer from Indian perspective. तो उनके जो फेमस प्लेस है इसको जरूर डिटेल में पढ़ लेना. फाइनल सॉल्यूशंस, तारा, डांस लाइक अ मैन, these are his most famous plays and most important plays. Okay, so that is about Dattani, and that is the end of today's class. Thank you all for joining. This is the link of my Telegram channel. The link is also given in the description box. So those of you who have not joined yet, please join to get notification of all important classes. So tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. we will talk about two major writers. One is Khushwant Singh and another is Manohar Malgaonkar. Manohar Malgaonkar. So in tomorrow's class, we will do these two writers. So don't forget to join me live. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification. Okay, so thank you all. Bye bye everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow at 8:30 p.m.